Hi everyone, it's Christy here from Sweet Girl Designs, and I'm back today doing a process video using Fancy Pants Family and Co. collection. I'm just showing you the paper pad there along with a few embellishments that I'll be using in this video and for this layout. So I started, as always, choosing my photos, popping those into pockets, and then choosing my paper. So all the paper you see is from the paper pad, and I've just trimmed it down to be 4x6 or 3x4. And then I have chosen two cards that come from Kit Clubs that I'm using just for my journaling, and they allow for a little bit more white space. So I just trimmed down this one card that says morning, afternoon, evening that came from Gossamer Blue, and I just trimmed it down so that I could have more of a border around it using the 3x4 paper there from the collection. And I'm just emptying out my embellishments into a bowl. So I have the ephemera pack along with the tags and label pack. And all of these products were purchased from Paper Issues. And if you don't know, I'm on their design team, and I love this store, and they have such great customer service and all the new stuff. So, and it's just a great group of ladies, and we have awesome challenges every month. So, check it out if you haven't yet to do so. So this week I went to the movies with my mom. So on our way out, there was this huge statue of Lego Batman. So I wanted to get a selfie of her and I in front of the statue. So that's the photo you see there. And then I've been saving my ticket stubs because I just like the look of them and just adding a little bit extra ephemera and real life stuff. So I layered on a hexagon label and house from the ephemera pack, and then brought in some of those puffy enamel shapes from that package as well, using the hearts. And then there was also a die cut piece there that I added to the photo that says Young at Heart. Now I'm onto this 4x6 photo of Nora at the park. She's growing up so fast, and this was a pretty nice day in late February, early March, and there's a little bit of snow, but it was such a gorgeous day, and so we went to the park. And she's just climbing and running and doing so much more stuff than she was able to do the last time we visited the park. So we've had kind of a cold winter, so we haven't got outside very much, but I just used two ephemera pieces there. One says go, 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 and one says fun. I just layered those together really simply and added some puffy enamel shapes. I'm using a circle label here and a die cut piece that says making messes, and then it's crossed out and says memories. So I just layered those up. I didn't really like the way the white looked on the label, so I just used some excess paper from another 3x4 card on the other side of the layout, and just layered that on there and just fussy cutted it around, just to add a pop of red to that piece and to that little cluster. And a little bit later on, I'm going to add some more of the enamel shapes. This photo that I'm working on now, this 4x6, is a photo. I'm trying to get in shape here, and so I was working out at home, which I'm not very good at, and so we're working out at home while Nora and Adeline were playing around me, and of course Nora brings over like all this food, play food. So there's like play pizza and play donuts, and so I thought it was like really hilarious. So I just snapped a quick photo of my weights and the play food. All right, I was just on my phone there checking the dates of this layout. So it's February 27th to March 5th. And I do the abbreviated word for February. And I thought I could fit in the entire word March, but I don't end up doing that. And I really love those alphas. So they're a chipboard alpha, and it's kind of like a marquee look to them, and they're all different colors from the collection. It's just a lot of fun, but I was kind of struggling in what to do because the alphas take up so much room on the layout, or sorry, on the card, that I wasn't sure what sort of embellishments to add. So I love these stars, and so I just add those on there just the 2 stars, just to kind of add a little bit more interest. I totally could have just left it as is, just the alphas on the polka dotted pattern paper, but I thought it needed a little extra something, so um, I put those stars on there. And when I'm peeling the backing off of the chipboard, sometimes I'm successful and sometimes I'm not. So sometimes I take the adhesive like right off, like right there. And so I just use my glossy accents to adhere it down. And these chipboard alphas aren't too thick, so I didn't feel the need to peel off the extra layers as I've been doing in with some of the like crepe paper chipboard that I have in my stash. These ones are pretty thin, so I don't peel off any extra cardstock or cardboard. All right, and I just pulled out some Snap alphas to write the word to. I love those alphas, and my mom and I, actually my parents and I, and my girls just got back from a trip, and we visited 2 scrapbooking stores, and I was on the hunt for more of those Snap alphas, but I couldn't find any, so I'm gonna have to keep a lookout for those. But I did find a Snap pack of numbers, which I'm so excited about. So you'll see more of those coming in future layouts. All right, now onto the left-hand side. As always, for 2017, I'm using an Instax photo. So this is a photo of me eating a cookie, and I just layered it on some red. Lots of fun pops of colors in the photos along with the paper this week. So I wanted to bring in some red to this side of the layout. So that's why I chose the red pattern paper, and I use a tab ephemera piece just to layer in behind and bring in the Snap alphas again to write the word treat and use a star on this side as well. And I felt like it was missing something on the right hand side of this card, so I just bring in 3 enamel shapes. And then digging through the ephemera pack, I found this piece that says time goes so quickly, or some, I think that's what it says, time passes so quickly or something. And so I thought it was perfect for the bi-weekly photos that I take of Adeline. And it looked a little plain, so I thought about including that clock die cut piece, but I didn't want to cover up too much of Adeline, and I think it's important to see her little toes and stuff, so I didn't want to cover up too much. All right, now I have a filler card at the bottom there, and I'm just going through the ephemera pieces, and I just like to go through them and see if it fits for any particular photo. So this one I wanted to bring in another circle because I had a circle on the right hand side. So this one says totally worth it. It's a photo of some tulips that I bought. They weren't that cheap, as you could imagine, in the dead of winter. So totally worth it. Yes, tulips are my favorite, and I absolutely love this photo. It's the photo that I use at the beginning of my videos now. So yeah, so I add the word yes, and now I'm on to this filler card. You'll see that 3x4 card there. That's actually from Ali Edwards, her Read story kits, and it says for the love of books. This week I went to my friend Kirsten's house and we made butterbeer and painted some pillowcases, and so it was a bit of a Harry Potter theme, so I went with the book card. As well, the photo underneath it is of Nora reading a book, so I thought it was pretty fitting. I used a label from the die cut pack and the Snap letters to spell out the word paint, and that's pretty much all I do for that one photo. Sorry about the glare on that photo of the Instax, but you've already seen it, and I'm mostly in frame now, so hopefully that doesn't bother you too much. Alright, I'm trying to finish up this filler card. I love these houses. I used a house on the opposite side, so I thought I would bring in a house on this side as well, and I wasn't quite sure if I wanted this to be more of a journaling card or a filler card, but I end up going with just the filler card. So I love the font on this card and somehow some of the phrases are highlighted. I didn't want to take away from that, so I just add a house and the alphas to spell the word home. It was about at that point that I knocked my camera off, so that's why you see me rearranging stuff. Thankfully, nothing was harmed in the making of this video. All right, I'm just adding my alphas to spell the word home, and I'm just picking colors that kind of balance the layout a little bit. I like the way that looks. I want a label here, just talking about Nora and how she loves to read. So I just go through the die cut pack again, and now I'm going to look at both sides of the layout side by side. So I'm just tidying up a little bit. All right, so I'm just looking at, I think I was like counting to see how many places I had the enamel shapes and kind of play around with adding another arrow, but decide not to. Instead, I'm going to add this flag with the heart, and the heart popped out of there, so I'm going to add the heart piece to this card, and then I'm going to add the flag just above the label on this photo of Nora. And I like the way that looks. It's simple, but it adds another pop of color. I really love these enamel shapes. They're a little bit tricky to peel off sometimes, but I really like the different colors and all the different shapes and things. I thought I for sure would use one of those ampersands because they were my favorite, but I didn't end up using one in this layout. So I just sped through my journaling, and I'm not used to writing, so by the end of my journaling, my handwriting looks atrocious, so I hated the way this card looked. I just looked rushed and messy, so what I did was trim off the bottom of the card and just layered it on a white piece of cardstock. Once it's in the pocket, you can't even tell. So I just take my time and slowly write the journaling, and it looks way better. It doesn't look so sloppy. So that's what I'm doing here now. Just writing about how I had a little bit of girls' night and we made butterbeer, which was delicious. Let me know if you want the recipe for that. And painted some pillowcases. And then I had just a little bit of pen on the card, so I wanted to cover that up and use those enamel shapes again, trim it down a little bit, and call it good. So that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are excited about spring and excited about me getting back to process videos. So we'll see you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.